pull this over here so I can talk right into it because it can't be into my workspace. I want more screen here. So what you're going to experience here tonight, folks, welcome to Different Strings, a guitar adjacent podcast, by the way, all of you out there who are fun in games on a regular basis and joining us now, whether you're here for the first time or the 20, however many episodes this is. We're doing a completely different episode tonight with hopefully not too many shenanigans as we both, Andy and I, picked up a Notaklön kit from JHS Pedals when they were available, and we got them recently, and we're going to build them live on the show just for you, although they're really for us. And I'm going to let you know right now, Andy, I got 2 of these in case I screw it up. Although it's supposed to be pretty easy. I mean, their kids did it, so.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Well, we're about to find out. So you'll see this seamlessly, those of you who watch this. If you're listening, we may not release this one as an audio episode because it might be a little pointless, but it might be fun too. I don't know. There's only one way. So if you're listening and not watching, you're just going to hear us curse and wonder what the hell's going on in between bouts of silence. And if you're watching it, hopefully we've figured out how to edit this all together, and you're seeing both me and Andy and my build and his build, and we'll just figure it all out as we go along. So yeah, are you ready? Before we get going though,
it's just right in there. So exciting.
Andy, please tell everybody where they can find us on the internet.
I don't even remember. Hold on. The differentstringspodcast.com is where you'll find us.
That sounds right.
Should you choose to do so.
Now I'm going to move my microphone and get quieter as it goes off into the distance.
So, Wes, for those that may not know, what the hell is a Notaklön? Or is it not a clone? I don't even know anymore.
So the Josh and the fellas and gals, I don't know who all works there. He's got a team, I think, somewhere around 25 or 30 now. You know, it's a pretty big for a small company. They make effects pedals for guitars. They make all sorts of effects pedals.
All sorts.
Like a lot of those kind of builders, they got started making fuzzes and distortions because those are relatively easy circuits to suss out and get going. But one of the things that he's very good at, and his company is very good at, is making pedals that sound and function like pedals you can't get anymore or would cost a lot of money. And in this world, we call them clones. So one of the biggest clones out there, desire-wise, is a Centaur, a Klon Centaur clone. Because Klon Centaur pedals, legit ones, cost literally thousands of dollars.
Many thousands, like 8,000, right?
Yeah, I think the most expensive one that ever got sold was like $8,000. And of course that's used because I think originally the dude that builds them sold them for like, $99.95 or something. I think it was $300 or $400. But these are like Dumble amps or all original 1958 Jazzmasters that haven't been refinished. They're just complete unobtainium for the vast majority of us. So the clone market, the clone market is huge.
Yeah.
But at one point in their relationship, Josh promised the clone guy,
Bill,
that he would never make a clone. So this is his sticking to his promise, because all he did was send us the components all ready to be installed with tools included in the kit.
Sure did.
And you can build this I think you can build it without soldering. We're about to find out. I forgot that part. So he's not making the clone. We're making the clone.
We're making it. So bad news already, folks. You don't need solder or a drill or anything, but you do need some tools, which I am woefully unprepared I have no tools at my desk, so I'm probably going to have to, at some point in this, disappear.
Well, now there are tools built onto the circuit board.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to move my microphone and start opening my box.
Yeah, my box is open. I have the instructions out.
Okay.
And yeah, it does say that there's a 10 and a 14 millimeter wrench attached to the PCB board.
Yeah. So we got a nice instruction book. It looks like looks like IKEA.
It's got the IKEA branding all over it.
Yeah, and so look, in the box there's even a little centaur and a scanner for full instructions. We're not gonna watch the instructions.
No, hell no.
There's a sticker for the back of the pedal when you're done.
And it says it's not a Klon until you build it.
That's right. And there's a card.
Yeah.
And okay, it tells you what the controls are, the jacks. JHS Pedals Notaklön is in no way affiliated with or endorsed by Klon. I think we can all agree on that.
That's a safe bet.
And then, okay, so here's a bag of hardware, nuts and bolts and screws. Oh, we might need a screwdriver.
Yeah, it looks like a Phillips.
And here's a bag of knobs. So we might need a, nope, that's a tiny flathead screwdriver for the set screw.
Hey, but Wes, there's a tube of something in this kit.
That's goop. It's a tube of goop.
A tube of goop
with a pick and a nozzle and little feet.
So,
yeah, so one of the
original,
things with
the original Klons, because Bill was so protective of his circuit.
Bill, that's the guy's name.
Yeah, Bill, I think Finnegan. He was so protective of his secret circuit that he used to slather this like black epoxy over the entire PCB, hiding the components. That's lovingly referred to in the industry as gooping the board. And for many years, his secret was safe until such time as the internet figured out how exactly to remove that goop without destroying the underlying components. Ergo, the market is flooded with inexpensive clones of the original Klon that to most people sound pretty much identical to the original.
I got to tell you, Andy, have you pulled everything out of your box yet?
I'm still working on it. I'm going very slow. I'm going methodical.
This box is beautiful. I'm going to keep this box and use it for other stuff. I love this box.
Yeah. I mean, Josh is nothing if not really good at, in my opinion, like the marketing and trade dress stuff. Like his pedals always look, oh, look at this box. This enclosure is so clean. It's got like a matte finish on it.
Well, I'm not probably not properly grounded here, but I'm pulling this out of the box anyways. All right, there we go. All right, so beautiful board. Looks like, oh, actually, it looks like it's going to be two boards. You know, I bet you this one little wrench on the PCB can probably be used as a screwdriver. It looks small enough. I don't know how we'll get it next to the thing. Anyways, all right, I'm going to pull out my instructions because I can handle instructions.
Are you sure?
Okay, so there's all the stuff. Oh, ribbon cable. I didn't see a ribbon cable in my box.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, there'd be a ribbon cable in here. It's a little one.
Let me see. Can you hold it up to the Zoom
camera? Well, you know.
So it's in your bag of nuts and bolts.
Is yours not?
Mine is not. I don't have a ribbon cable.
Folks, here we are live.
And I'm gonna real quick go check my other one. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Okay. While Wes is doing that, Yeah, I mean, there really aren't that many parts in here. Like, assembly of this thing is not going to be problematic. Now that I've said that. You got one there. Well, I suppose that just proves to you that these things are put together by human beings. I was just saying, uh, I guess that proves that these things are put together by human beings.
Yeah, yeah, because my other one definitely had the ribbon cable
Yep.
and that one did not. All right, so back to the instructions.
So the first thing that went wrong is there are parts missing, but
Yeah.
hardly
So
your fault.
So it looks like we need a pair of pliers, a flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver. Let's see how long we can go without actually having to get up and get those tools.
Okay, well, the first thing we have to do is literally break this board in half, which, yikes.
Snap. Oh, that's so cute. The picture says snap.
Hopefully it does just that. So they've done all if you look at the board, they've obviously done all the legwork here.
Yeah. Look at those tiny, tiny little resistors and things, man. That's so cute.
Yeah, I'm holding my board up for the crew.
Oh yeah. I'm holding mine in the camera.
So you can basically see.
I'm going to orient it the way it says to and go snap. And then I got to break this other piece off. That's the piece it says to do with the pliers. So hold on a second. I'm going to grab the pliers. Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
You remember a long time ago when I told you that everybody should get one of those little Fender custom shop tool kits?
Yeah.
Screwdriver, cutters. Now I realize it doesn't say to use cutters, but you can use cutters to do more than one thing. And as long as you don't squeeze too hard, they won't cut. They'll just crack.
I'm jealous. Well, I have to probably go dig mine out of the whatever hole they're in.
Yeah. Well, you can do it. You can do it with just regular little cutters, and it says discard. So I'm going to throw this piece in the trash.
All right. Well, I'll be back. So I'll be back. Okay.
All right. I'll stay here and amuse the crowd. Let's see. Now I got to also break so you got to break all the sides off. He's going to have some catching up to do. Whoops, squeezed a little hard. So it helps if you're using dikes to kind of get in the middle a little bit. And not squeeze too hard. Okay, these are the wrenches that you need. Right off. We'll have to do a little cleanup on them. And the pieces that you break off are clearly and kindly marked discard. I'll show that to the Zoom or to the iPhone camera and then to the discard or to the Zoom camera. So those all popped right off. I'm kind of impressed.
All right. What did I miss?
You missed me popping all the things off, but I'm going to trim up my tools here. So you're just a little behind, but it's not a big deal. It's not a race, Andy. It's not a race.
Okay, well,
Not a competition,
yeah.
except I'm winning.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
This might be my favorite thing of the kit, though, that the wrenches are on the circuit board.
I
Oh, and they're
mean,
labeled too, so you know which one's a 14, and that's an 11 and a 10. Ha, that's smart. Good job, Josh.
this is it's oddly satisfying breaking these things off.
It is, because it makes a cool little noise. All right, so we've got the pot PCB, the foot switch PCB. Once the tabs are removed, you will have 2 wrenches and 2 PCBs. I do indeed have 2 wrenches and 2 PCBs. So now we're going to put on the potentiometer board, we're going to attach the ribbon cable. I feel like I should wait.
Hey, are we supposed to snap the ends off both PCBs?
Yeah. So if you look on one side, all the pieces that you're supposed to break off should say discard. So you're going to end up with an L-shaped board like this.
Okay, got that.
That's the switchboard, and you're going to end up with kind of a different. That's also sort of an L if you look at it the right way.
Okay. All right. I think I'm there. Think.
All right. So I'm looking at the bottom of the. Oh, and there's a little. What the hell? There's a plug in my thingy board.
There's a
little. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I'm showing it to my iPhone camera, then I'll show it to you. There's a little plug in the connector for the ribbon cable. Does yours have that?
a plug. Oh, like in other words, something you have to pull out to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just pulls right out.
Okay. Well,
There's one on the other one too.
Yeah, it sure does. I don't have any fingernails.
Actually, I didn't need a fingernail.
Well,
it just lifted right out for me.
Okay. Yeah, they came right out. So you have to be careful to line up the notch. So look on the piece, on the ribbon cable, there's a little notch. And on the connector, there's a little notch.
Are we having a bet to see who drops the first piece? Because it was me.
I'm well over my table. I'm not dropping any. Well, I might drop something, but it's not hitting the floor. Okay, so now that we've got the ribbon cable is on the pot board, we're going to mount the pot board. We need 3 pot washers and 3 pot nuts. This is my favorite part about working on guitars, is getting to say pot and nuts over and over and over.
Indeed. So the potentiometer PCB, that would be this, because the pots are soldered to the piece. It says you have to install the ribbon cable to that first.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's, you're on page 3, right?
Yep. That, my friend, is done.
Okay. So your
and
pot nuts and washers are pretty small, and there's 3 of each that go together.
Yeah, and literally the first thing you do after you put the ribbon cable on is install this thing. I mean, we almost have a pedal, sir.
Already. It's so fast. And we don't have, because of the way the pots are made, we don't have to put any washers on the inside. They just go straight up through. There's a flat surface to mesh against the inside of the enclosure. It fits absolutely perfectly. There's a warning on there not to over tighten. So make sure you don't over tighten.
All right, I will not over tighten, but I might not be able to
I've
pick
got
up
enough
these.
room to put the washers on.
So where I'm at right now is I'm attempting to pick up. Wow, I literally cannot.
There's just not very many threads. So this is what helped me. I put the enclosure on its side so it's standing up. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Yes.
Okay, so put the opening facing your left hand.
Mm-hmm.
Steady the PCB by holding on to the outside of the enclosure with your thumb.
Oh,
and
you're
middle
right.
finger.
There's not too many.
Yeah, there's like one thread, but I'm betting as they get tight, as we tighten them up, they'll come through a little bit because
Yeah.
now that I've got the one in, the other ones have a little more grip to them.
By the way, we we may almost be done, so we're gonna have to flesh out. The rest of the episode may just be talking about our incredible experience of putting together the Notaklön.
Yeah, once I got all three in and I started tightening it, it pulled that one up with a couple more threads. So don't over tighten. Oops, I undid it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, Wes.
And you use the little
10.
built-in wrench to tighten these. And by the way, the wrench couldn't be cuter.
Couldn't. I'm actually having a hard time with one of them that it's not catching on the threads. So I'm trying not to over tighten. I'm definitely turning it the right direction. And it's that one that didn't go in very far. There we go. Now I got it.
All right.
Do not over tighten. I'm the king of over tightening. I am a notorious
Over
tightener.
Okay. I'm done with that step.
All right, I'm turning to page 5.
Okay.
Page 5.
Page 5. Foot switch locking washer over the foot switch. So that would be the foot switch, and this would be the locking washer, of which there's only one.
Yes, that would be hard to screw up.
Yeah.
And that just keeps it from moving on the inside.
Mm.
Okay. And then on the outside goes the foot switch nut, which is big, and the foot switch washer, which is this white plastic.
Yeah.
And again, do not over tighten.
Please, for the love of all that is pure in this world.
Oops. I dropped my lock nut washer.
Okay, and I'll bet this is 14 mil. I am correct.
Yeah, and so you gotta kind of maneuver it carefully just to make sure that the LED is in the right spot.
Mine just plopped in the right spot.
Yeah, you don't want to boop. There it is.
All right, I am done with that step.
All right, hold on. I'm a little far behind here.
Oh, I thought you were winning.
It's not a race. Yeah. It's not a race until I'm back in the lead.
Okay. Hey, interestingly,
14 on that one, right?
Yes. So my centaur says do not over tighten. I did not over tighten. And now the next step, which you're not on.
Yeah, hold on. Just give me a second. Actually, you can go ahead. I don't mind. I mean, I'm gonna cry.
It says we have to place our jack washers over the jack holes and then tighten a jack nut into there.
Jack nut, jack washer 11. So the jack nuts are the nuts that are threaded long.
Yeah. And again, Wes, it does say once again, please, for the love of God and all that is pure, do not over tighten.
this is so satisfying to be able to build something.
Oh, I dropped the piece again.
Fired. Whoops. So did I. Just when I drop it, it only hits the table and not the floor.
Quiet, you.
And that's the 11s. It sure is. Do not over tighten, you effing Hulk. I love these little wrenches. I wonder if the 14 will fit on like tone pots and jacks and things. Because if it does, I am absolutely putting this in my little toolkit and taking it to every gig with me until it snaps. And also makes me wonder if the 10 and 11 will fit like metric pots. Okay, I think that's tight enough. All right, I'm waiting for you. I'm going to take a drink.
Well, I mean, we're literally, I think we're moments away, Wes, from having what I would imagine to be the two best Notaklons that anyone's ever built.
Sir, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that these are going to sound better than everyone else's. It's
100%.
magic.
Well, I'm connecting my ribbon cable because that's what it says to do next.
Okay.
Oh, that was a satisfying click. Now let's see what's next. Rotate potentiometers fully counterclockwise. Oh, I think we're going to put the knobs on.
Oh boy.
Fully counterclockwise would be spinning it to the left. And guess what? When you're done with this, you're going to have 3 very handy Ziploc bags. I'm sorry, lock top bags.
Yes, Ziploc is a trademark of the Ziploc company.
That's right.
All right, so
I wonder if they're owned by Kellogg's or something. That seems like something that Kellogg's would own.
I guess it is at this point that I should pull out my jeweler's screwdriver, or actually my guitar player's screwdriver.
Yeah, if you had one of these handy reversible Fender custom shop toolkit screwdrivers, you'd be done with that already. I know, la-di-da, right?
Yeah,
me
those
cork
things.
sniffing on my
Very expensive toolkit.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm so jealous. It's going to work on me. I'm going to actually go buy one just because you have one.
Yeah. So as with a lot of these things, I had to undo the set screw just a tiny bit to get it to go all the way down over the shaft of the pot.
I did not, but if
we're going to have to mark this episode explicit.
All right. Well, my friend, that is one done. And that is 2 done.
This might be the most fun I've had with my clothes on in a couple of days.
That is 3 knobs, my friend. And
which is really one more than anybody needs.
Exactly. But I'm actually gonna adjust this one a little bit.
This step is optional.
You know, some people, honestly, for anyone watching this, what you're probably seeing right now is the top of 2 bald heads.
Yeah. But that's so when we pop in the footage from our phones, we just put it right over our bald heads.
Hopefully that's not all that it captures.
Yeah. Are you gonna goop yours?
No, I am not. I don't want to goop mine.
I don't want to wait to feel finished. So
Maybe
I'm gonna grab a Sharpie.
Maybe I'll goop it later.
Oh, I got a blue Sharpie. That's fancy. And I'm gonna write on my because it says, right, sign and date backplate. What's the date today? Ooh, we're building these on leap day, dude.
Dude, these are going to age it 1 year for every 4 years. I feel like that's special.
Wes. And I'm going to write diff Stigs. So it's the different strings exclusive build. That's hot. Backplate screw times 4. Now, here's the big question. After, are you going to sign your plate? You got to sign your plate.
I'm going to do that later.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get up.
Are you going to put it with the signature right side up or upside down?
Ooh, I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff I'm going to think about.
It'll be a secret. The person, when you get fed up with it and sell it, I wonder if there's going to be like a black market for already constructed Notaklöns. Like people that are too lazy to build their own Notaklön, but you can send me your kit and I'll build it for $29.99.
Dude.
Which incidentally, if you want to send us your Notaklön and you want us to build it, we will do that. $29.99 plus shipping.
And they'll be autographed by one of us.
For $49.99, we'll both autograph it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to cost more in shipping.
For $89.99, one of us will goop it.
And then for $1,200, we'll deliver it to your house.
$1,200. Please don't live in.
You don't know how much the plane ticket's going to cost.
Please don't live in Norway.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not really doing that. That's a joke. Don't hold us to that. You can't hold us to that.
No, please don't.
This is satire, prank caller.
Wes, I don't know about you, my friend, but other than the sticker, mine is done and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wes, I gave birth on 2/29 to a brand new Notaklön.
You did. Right there. We did it. Wait, is there another page?
Are they twins?
They are twins. The end. Plug it in and play it.
I'm not ready for that.
We can't do that on Zoom.
No, we're not going to hear these. That is very.
Well, we'll have to add sound clips at a later date too. We'll put another video on YouTube with sound clips.
Okay, I think we could probably manage that.
And I'm not gonna put my sticker on because
I put mine on, my friend.
I'm gonna put dual lock on the back of this so I can put it on my pedal board.
Oh, I'm gonna put the feet on because I am never gonna play this ever. Oh, I'm never gonna put on a board. No, it's too special.
It is special. Well, that's why I got two. I got one to put on a board and one to be special.
Okay. The one that you didn't finish today is missing a ribbon cable. Are you going to contact JHS Pedals about that?
I am. I'm going to send them an email tonight.
You should send a very sternly worded one because they almost ruined the Different Strings podcast episode.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Josh cares about 0.00001%.
You might be right.
But he's a nice guy, so he might be torn up about that.
He might. He is a nice fellow. I'm not going to put the feet on.
That was so much fun.
I can't believe we did it. How long did that take?
Well, we were farting around and it took about a half an hour.
Wow.
And that was farting around and running our mouths and all that stuff.
Yeah, if I was really focusing and I wasn't worried about doing a good job.
Yeah. And I tell you what, when I get the ribbon cable for my other one, I'm going to put alternate knobs on mine.
Ooh, how dare.
That
one then will really be special.
That's right. It'll be special. And I'll be able to sell it on Reverb for $100 million zillion gazillion dollars.
Because it's so special.
Because it's so special. That was more fun than buying a pedal Andy. That was more fun than buying a pedal.
All pedals should come as kits.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I just hope the video worked. I'm going to turn off my camera video.
Yeah,
I guess we'll find out how well that worked. I'm going to upload my footage to the Google Drive so you can download it. Or maybe, do you want me to take a stab at editing this episode?
God answered my prayers. There is a God. If you want to, sure.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Okay, well, I don't know how you define fun, but thank you for doing that.
Well, pretty much sticking myself in the eye with a fork is fun.
So, Wes, tell me about your Notaklön build experience. What do you feel? Oh, the box has all his logos from his other pedals.
Oh, is that what all those little icons are? That's awesome.
Like the Kodiak and
good attention to detail, Josh.
Yeah,
thank you.
The pack rat is in here. I mean, all the pedals are in here, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what those icons are.
So make sure you see, and here's the other reason why I got 2 kits, because now I can save one of my buttons and I can put the other one on a guitar strap or something. I'm going to put the tools in not a Ziploc.
Hey, check this out. So we just built this, right?
Right.
I'm shaking it.
Nothing rattles.
No. You ever buy a pedal and it's like, hey, that was $199 of money well spent,
rattles?
and then it rattles. There's something in there. You're like, what's rattling? Like maybe a piece of solder chipped off, or
Oh, I even got my knobs in the pointers are parallel.
Oh, I love that. Dude, I love that journey for you.
I'm so stoked now.
Well, that was, what did you say? Most fun you've ever had with your clothes on?
The most fun I've had with my clothes on in several days.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick to that. And, I don't feel bad having a short episode, because some of our other episodes, I was looking at the list of episodes in my podcast app.
Yeah.
And there's a couple sagas in there. So we're going to sign off here on Different Strings, a guitar podcast. But I'm going to tell you, okay, I think we're skipping Music That Matters for this episode, because this was a very special episode and we were not prepared. We didn't know how long it was going to take. So we were not prepared with a Music That Matters. But
for some reason,
in our next Music That Matters, Andy's going to make the pick, and we're going to talk about, I don't know, whatever crazy music is in store for us.
How dare. Again.
How dare. And after that, we're going to get back into our regular schedule of random topics. And we're going to start off. We got another comment. Andy, we got another comment.
What?
I believe it came in via email through the website.
What?
And
are you serious?
It's from a kindly soul called Tracy. And Tracy, now I'm making a leap here. I'm going to assume Tracy might be a woman, although Tracy can be used as a man's name. I actually know a male Tracy, but this will help me.
He was on 30 Rock, wasn't he?
Tracy Jordan. I know 2 men named Tracy, although Tracy Jordan and I are not tight. At any rate, this Tracy listened to our episode about musician movies, and had some suggestions for movies that we should watch, movies that she saw and enjoyed that we did not mention on the show. So that's what we're going to open the next episode with. And you'll get to hear about some more movies. And I'll tell you, I did not peruse the list very carefully. I just skimmed it because I don't want to actively remember what's on there, because I want to come on it fresh as our opening act for our next serious episode.
Okay. I love the sound of that.
Fantastic. I like it when you like stuff.
I'm very likable.
Before we sign off here, Andy, please tell everybody where they can find us and our Notaklöns on the internet.
Well, you can find my Notaklön in my bedroom, and we will both be waiting for you. Where you can find this podcast, however, is differentstringspodcast.com.